Motives, welcome back to the Behind Your Motive podcast. My name is Yash Akpinar, and this is episode 47 of this entire series. Today I want to be speaking to you about being comfortable and being uncomfortable, battling that procrastination to get the results you desire for your entire life. And I literally just got off a weekly team call, and the host, Zach, really made this entire topic clear and concise, and I really never heard of it being explained like this before. I'm going to ask you to start off with a series of questions which I want you to take really seriously, and I want you to even pause the episode in between after I ask each question to really think about it. Take a minute, take 2 minutes, take however long you want to really think through each question that I ask you, because they are really important. And then at the end, we're going to use the results that you got, and we're going to be able to do something really nice with that. So the first question I ask you is this: what will your life look like 1 year down the line if you continue your normal habits? Whatever you've been doing in the past, in the present, what will change if you continue with your normal habits of living? Think about that for a second. Secondly, what will your life look like 5 years down the line if you continue with your same habits, with your same living standards, with your same mindset? What will happen? Will you have achieved your goals, left your job, and begin working for yourself? Will you live that dream lifestyle that you always think about? If you stay comfortable, if you never get outside of that comfort zone. Lastly, what will your life look like in 10 years' time if you continue down the same path that you're currently on? Will you be financially free? Will you have the freedom to travel the world? And my personal mission, will you have enough freedom yourself to be able to retire your parents, to be able to retire your mum, to be able to retire your father? Will you have enough time to do that if you continue down the same path that you're currently on? I asked myself this question at high school, and I was very fortunate to be able to have it sink in my mind at such an early age. But you can ask these questions to yourself no matter what stage of your life you're in, because these are equally as important whenever and whatever you're going through. You could be really tired, you could be really demotivated, you could be procrastinating for a long period of time and never find the motivation, never find that purpose within you to be able to keep pushing forward. In most cases, if you continue to live your life with the same mindset that you started it, you will not get very far. Let me repeat that. In most cases, if you continue to live your life with the same mindset that you had when you started, you will not go very far. The world is constantly evolving, guys. And if you don't get your rhythm in motion, if you don't get your ass off the couch and get some action going, you'll be left behind. Because if you are not constantly improving and growing and developing your mind, your body, your health, your well-being, your business, whatever the hell it is, you will be left in the dust. Does that make sense? Now I want to ask you this next question, and I got it written here. Am I willing to let go of my fear of looking bad so I can live a life feeling good? And I got that exact question from Zach from our team call today. And he is truly amazing. He's been in the industry for 14 years. And he earns 6 figures a month, literally, from the business that we're a part of. Are you willing to feel and look bad to actually get the results you desire? Now, this is a really serious question, guys. And I hope you answered the questions that we spoke about before, because now we'll be reverse engineering your 10-year goals and turning them into 6-month goals. Because the logic behind that, and I heard this from an influencer on Instagram, Joel Brown, he's from Australia as well, is if you think about your 10-year goals and if you bring them down into 6 months, you probably won't achieve all your 10-year goals, but you'll have gotten a lot faster and you would have got a lot closer if you had just let them go on for 10 years. See, again, it's just that mindset shift that not a lot of people go through. They think that they have 10 years to get to that result, but why not cut it to 6 months? Why not cut it to 12 months? Why not cut it to 2 years? What is stopping you from achieving your long-term vision right now? Let me ask that question again. What is stopping you from achieving your long-term vision right now? What's stopping me from retiring my mother right now? It's myself. It's yourself. You are literally the only person in your way. Don't worry about what people think of you. People will think that you are stupid. People will think these bad things about you, but are you willing to let that happen in order to live a life on your terms in the future? Right? Because if you're not, you're going to be in the exact same position 1 year down the line, 5 years down the line, and 10 years down the line. So you better start getting your ass into action and changing your mindset today. I'm not going to go and tell you it's going to take 6 months. I'm not going to go and tell you it's going to take 3, 1 month, 1 week, 1 day to really transform your mindset. It happens over time, but constantly, if you chip at it. Just imagine this. Imagine you're in a jail cell and you watch all these movies, right? Just imagine you're in a jail cell and you've gotten a life sentence. And you've just gotten a tool. You just made up a tool after 6 months of collecting rocks and sticks and shit like that, going out and doing some really bad things in the jail yard. You've got enough tools to make your little pickaxe that every single night you hide behind your pillow. And every single night when everyone's gone to sleep, when there's not many guards out, you constantly chip at that wall. If you go into that with the mindset that you're going to get out to the freedom that you want in 1 day, in 1 week, in 1 year, you've lost your mind. If you go into that situation with the mindset that you will be successful in 1 year, you've already lost the game. Right? It's okay to have these goals really shrunk down into 6 month, 1 year goals, but it's barely going to happen, right? So you need to be able to think long term. You need to be able to think of what can I do today? How can I reverse engineer my goals from 10 years into 1 day goals? Because if you constantly chip at that wall, you will eventually get to the other side. You will eventually get to the other side with hard work, with determination, with effort, with hustle, with belief in yourself. Think about that as well, right? If you constantly chip at that wall, you'll have days where you're like, this is never working. Why the hell am I doing that? Right? But then you think, in that exact situation when you just doubted yourself, when you're about to quit, if you don't have a why, if you don't have a purpose, you'll be like, why the hell am I putting myself through all this struggle? Why is my wrist hurting? My fingers are starting to bleed. I'm weak as shit right now. I don't have any food in my system. I cannot last any longer. Why the hell am I still torturing myself to try and get out of this prison? Why? You have to have a purpose. You've got family on the other side of this wall that you need to get to. And I know this is a very bad analogy, but think about this, right? You've got a future to live. You've got a life to live. And this prison that you're currently in, and it's a good metaphor. Some may think that their life right now is a type of prison. They can't get out. They're in a structure. Right? If you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a why for trying to get out of the prison, then you will give up right when that strike hits, right when those doubts start to happen. You'll quit. But if you have in the forefront of your mind that you've got a family to look after, you've got a life to live, you've got money to make, you've got relationships that are waiting for you on the other side of this wall, then you will keep going no matter what the hell is stopping you. You've got a freaking damn wall in front of you, but you will still go. You will still move forward. Right? And that is the exact same thing with your goals. You need to be able to think like that. You need to be able to have a purpose in mind. You need to be able to have a why. Because just like David Goggins says, if you don't have a purpose, then you will quit as soon as that doubt starts to appear. Guys, really think about those 3 questions. What will your life look like in a year? What will your life look like in 5 years? What will your life look like in 10 years if you continue down the same path that you're currently at? In most cases, it will be the exact same life that you're living right now. And if you are satisfied with that life right now, then there's no need to change. If you're satisfied with going to work every single day and dreading it, if you're satisfied with all the shit that's happening in your life right now, then don't change. Click off this video right now. Click off this podcast episode right now. And I should have made that clear at the very start, because this video isn't for everyone. This video is not for your average Joe, because your average Joe is not willing to put in the effort required to be able to get outside of that wall. Right? Guys, really think through that. And I want you to be able to reverse engineer your 10-year goals and go down to 5 years, go down to 1 year, go down to what can I do in 1 month? What can I do in 1 week, 1 week's time, 1 month's time, 1 year's time? What can I do tomorrow? And the most important one is, what can I do today? Because if you leave it for tomorrow, you will not achieve your goals. If you leave it to today, if you leave it to right now, you will. A simple example that everyone goes through is doing the dishes, right? You put it into the water, they're soaking, and you're like, okay, I'll just do it later when dinner's around. You probably won't. And I definitely don't. If I leave it for later, you won't achieve it. It's just as quick to be able to go in that sink, hold the dishes and damn wash it right when you think of that. Right when you have that thought, oh, may as well just do it later, because there's gonna be more dishes anyway. It's gonna be the same. Do it right then, right? Just like your bed, making your bed in the morning, accomplishing that one goal in the morning. If you think about, oh, I'm gonna sleep in it later on anyway. Like, why the hell do I need it? Just do it, because the more you think about it, the less action you will make, the less action you will create, right? But once it's in your mind, the quicker you can achieve it, the quicker you can move on to something else and complete your goals and accomplish your goals. I'm ticking all the time, right? That's how your mind needs to work. It always needs to be in action. Because if you stay in your bed for half an hour, you will not achieve shit. But if you get out of your bed straight away, do your bed, and get into your office, whatever the hell you're doing, go to work, get into a workout, start to meditate, whatever it is, you will have already achieved some shit. And other people are still sleeping. Other people are still in bed and doing nothing with their freaking lives. But you need to make that difference. And I know I've gone on for a hell of time right now, but I love getting into these little tangents. I love getting into these little talks, because now what I'm going to do is, if you follow my Instagram at Motivepreneur, what I'm actually working on is I'm splitting these clips up. And I'm going to, if you don't have time to watch this entire episode from now on, that's okay. What you can do is get a little 1 to 2 minute clips on my Instagram page. I want to be uploading them as much as I can. They'll have little captions at the bottom as well, look really nice. And you can get your daily motivation right there. That's what my dream is moving forward. I don't want to be able to create quotes all the time, because they don't provide enough value. But what my talks do, I know my talks provide a lot of value. So what I'm going to be doing now is, in this entire episode, I don't even know how long this has gone for, but it's an entire episode. I think there's about 3-4 good solid clips. And I really hope to see you there at Motivepreneur on Instagram to watch those whenever you feel down, whenever you feel a bit more motivation, whenever you need to accomplish your goals, whenever you feel like you're procrastinating, come to my page and let's accomplish your goals together. Look after yourselves, motives. Have a great day. I don't know what I'm saying no more. I've spoken too much. Have a great day. Let's see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.